you're like, oh, good job, but like nothing actually came from it. Like you're being applauded. Good job. Good job, but like, what now? As someone who's a white male, do you really think that an individual focused on complete obliteration and control, that you're safe behind whatever these extras are, whether it's the money or the status or the power or whatever? Do you think you're safe? Because you go to the same clubs and do the same things. I'm hearing it's all about obedience. Were you born to obey, or were you born to live? You can do what's right. That's light. That's love. Doing what is right is love. That's love. I guess just like put yourself in people's shoes, because it doesn't, here's the thing. Yeah, serious stuff is happening to people right now. Serious stuff happened to people years ago, and then years before that, and years before that. We have to mind our emotions and figure out which side of the line that we stand. Do we stand for what is just and fair and right, or not? Because you can't say you stand here while you move in ways that support here, this side, okay? I went and got my hair done yesterday, and it was at a school, and I had two girls working on my hair because I wanted highlights, and I found it very interesting. This side, the feminine side, the girl's very gentle, seemingly not very confident. She couldn't see what her instructor saw. She had only been there a month, and she was already out on the floor. And the other girl was very confident and had a very different style. And so what they ended up doing was the one on the left, so the more confident, more aggressive, quick, get it done, was masculine side, right? It's very interesting. And 1, 3, 2 on the timer. And the one on the left, the feminine side, took the top, and the one on the masculine side took the bottom, and then they would switch, and then did it all over again. And it turned out beautiful, actually. The way that they did it, they really ended up working together, and it was great getting to know them and talk to them. And the one that was very confident ended up, like, she was good, but she didn't really want to not talk about herself, or like a fear of not being seen. And then the one on the left was afraid to be seen. And I got nervous about the top of when it got to the top, and I was just like, how are you guys doing that? Like, and the instructor came over, and when I expressed a little bit of a concern, the one from the left explained it to me that when they're done, the way they're doing it, it was just kind of cascade, and blend together. And I saw the look on the instructor's face, and she was like, that's right, 1, 3, 3 on the timer. And so when I was getting my hair rinsed out, her and I were talking, the one from the left side, the feminine side, and I just told her, I don't think you see what people see in you. she had worked 3 jobs last year to get herself through cosmetology school. And she's like, yeah, I don't really like asking for help, and so it is hard for me to do that. And I said, but you do it. That's important to recognize. And I told her about what I observed from the instructor, and she was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, that was, you may not see it, but, and I know it's frustrating getting pushed out and not knowing like what to do. And I struggle with that here with doing tarot. Like I'm working on like being a perfectionist, like, and then I'm sitting here doing, like, getting ready to do this, and I didn't light a candle, I didn't do an incense thing, I brought 2 crystals, just intuitively, didn't put much thought into it, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about every tarot reader that I've listened to. Very few didn't have like smoke and candles and shit. There's nothing wrong with it, I'm not coming at you, but it just got me thinking, if that is an untrustworthy practice, to show up inspired and to read and to give some information and really just do what you're being told to do and you feel in your heart to say, and you don't have the candles, you don't have the incense or the sage or whatever, if you can't trust that, how can you trust anything that you ever hear from anyone outside of a tarot read that you either do for yourself or that you feel it deems within the parameters as right in terms of doing a tarot reading? It's not about the thing, it's about here. If you don't have all of this, I've pulled a few cards, I haven't even done tarot, I'm just talking. And when we talk about, I've heard readers say, you know, don't trust people, don't use tarot cards. Why not? Do you trust your mom, who doesn't use tarot cards, to give you advice? What about like when you're watching a movie, if you reference a movie, do you have to have like tarot cards in order to interpret or get a hit or to understand something or to realize like a pattern or like a thread? No, you don't. So for me, I'm going to do things my way, and you know, step out on a limb and not be perfect. 1:37 on the timer. And if that is in any way like a threat to somebody, I would say look at yourself. If you come onto someone's page and then you go do a tarot reading based on what they're saying, go look at yourself. It's unacceptable. It's fake. If you go to someone's page and you do a reading on them without their permission, go look at yourself. Access denied all the way. You don't, that's not right. That's not right. And yeah, so now I've been called flaky. I'm okay with that. I move how I move. And I know it can suck sometimes, and I'm not perfect, and I think I'm just going to embrace that aspect that I'm not perfect. I hear many times like people like to me about me, no one can be like perfect like you, and I'm like, I'm not perfect. And I never understood that. But in things like doing something, I do try to get to a point where I feel good about it, which is perfectionism, but I don't think of myself as being perfect. And I don't think of you, the viewer, or anybody out there as being perfect. I know we all have a story, we all have a past. I think the point is like, what are you going to do now? Like, what are your choices now going to be? Let's go to the next.